Good morning and welcome to Sharing the Light here at the Sunshine Cathedral located in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. We're glad you have joined us today. Again, we're here with Reverend Dr. Durrell Watkins, who is the senior pastor of the Sunshine Cathedral. And our topic for this particular session is gay and Christian. So we're looking at how we can be either gay or Christian, or is it a both and? So, Pastor Watkins, how do you address this gay and Christian concept today?
Well, I'm sort of annoyed that that we're still addressing this. You know what I mean? That I've been doing this since 1993, and here at the end of 2009, this is still a topic. And it makes me sad to think that maybe in 2019, and 2029, and 2039, we'll be sitting in front of this camera asking this question, talking about this topic.
The age-old question.
Exactly. And so I don't. It's bothersome, and it comes up a lot because there's right now. This is at the end of 2009 as we're taping, and so there's a lot of gay marriage stuff going on, and religious organizations, institutional religion, is putting a lot of money to defeat gay marriage proposals and to repeal places where gay marriage has made progress. And then that gets the blogs going and the debates and on and on. And what is so amazing is that first of all that we're talking about this and voting on this. Like I'm always amazed that the rights of a minority, we put that the majority gets to vote on the rights of a minority.
Exactly.
So that's we call that democracy. It seems a bit more like the tyranny of the majority. Real democracy has to not only involve the voices and votes of everyone, but also be able to protect people who will never have the majority voice. It has to. I think I forget who said this now, but it's a wonderful quote saying, "Now this isn't politics like democracy, but this is more economic. That communism is equality without freedom." Capitalism is freedom without equality. Right. And so, which just shows you that there's no perfect system. We've got to get beyond my party is the only way, or my economic understanding is the only way, or even my religion is the only way. We've got to find a way that we can validate and celebrate humans. And that's not happening with this gay and Christian debate. In fact, there's you recently did a taping in Jamaica. It was on PBS. It's all over the web, and the blogs are going and all the debates, and wondering how people can be worshiping if they're gay. In fact, one horrible comment was, "Who are they worshiping?" Exactly. I love that. I love that pronoun "who," as if God is just another person at the table. But who are they worshiping? These. And the implication is these are non-humans. How it's like, who do cats worship? Or who do dogs worship? Who do these gays worship? And then the follow-up comment is always, well, our churches don't preach violence against gays. We just preach that it's a sin. We don't preach to be mean to gay people. We just preach that gay people aren't really people. And then crazies, pick up on that and are mean to them. And they don't understand that if you dehumanize someone, you really are perpetuating violence. And to dehumanize someone is an act of violence. And so that's where we are. It's amazing that 36 years after the American Psychiatric Association and the American Psychological Association took same-gender attraction off of their list of mental illness, that almost 4 decades later, it's still a debate, and that's a religious problem. The wonderful thing about science is that science is always looking to disprove its previous assumptions. That science is always looking for new information. I mean, you can have a planet and then you learn something else and it's not a planet anymore. That's science because they learn something new. And religion is very opposed to that sort of thing. We sometimes in religion have this superstition around new information. If we learn something new, that's the forces of evil trying to rob our faith, we think. And so here's psychiatry and psychology and sociology and all these mental health and social sciences telling us half a century ago almost that this is a matter of ontology. It's normative. It's just part of the diversity of life. And 40 years later, religion is still debating it. Debating science with ideology, and that's just an odd conversation.
Let me get this question in. I think it was Bishop John Shelby Spong who writes a book about moving beyond denominationalism. Do you think the marriage debate that is happening in all the religious denominations right now, is that going to be the catalyst that breaks all the denominations wide open, that moves us forward into a very positive direction around human rights and human sexuality?
I hope so. I mean, if that's the thing, I mean, we need something. Because why be stuck in the Middle Ages? Why be stuck with all the hierarchies and, and institutional power structures on the one hand, and with the anti-intellectual, anti-scientific bias of fundamentalism on the other hand? There has to be another way. Now, here's the thing about gay and Christian. Gay is what a person is, or bisexual is what a person is, or heterosexual is what a person is. Now, I know some people think that sexuality is fluid, and maybe for some people it is, but even its fluidity would then be a given. I mean, it's whatever, wherever you are on the spectrum, that's who you are, and that's where you are. So human sexuality, sexual orientation, is a matter of ontology. Religion is a choice. And so if people are making it be this either or, gay or Christian, well, eventually what you're going to have to say is, well, then if I have to make a choice, then I'm going to choose the thing that can be chosen. Right. And that is to either leave your religion and find one that's more accepting, embracing, life-affirming, or to give up religion altogether. Because you can't give up who you are. I can't give up being male. I can't give up being human, a Homo sapien. I can't give up being a gay person. There are just some things that are how my brain is wired, how my body is wired, and that's who I am. And so if I have to choose between what is a given and religion, then maybe religion is the thing that goes. And if religion has set that up, then in the end, religion is the one that's going to be hurt by that. So I think our job as religious gay people is to offer another alternative, to say that religion can be about local communities. It doesn't have to be a big institution, and it doesn't have to be a backlash against education and science. That we can just be local communities affirming the sacred value of all people, just encouraging people, lifting up human potential, and learning to be our best selves and celebrating our lives together. And we can do that without the Pope's blessing, and we can do that without the blessing of the fundamentalists. We are part of the Christian tradition, and as part of the tradition, we get to help shape it. It's never been unified, and so we're not even trying to get people to necessarily agree with us, but just to know that we don't have to agree, that there is room for us to think what we think, to say what we say, to believe what we believe. So the bottom line is, of course you can be gay and Christian, because there have always been gay Christians, there have always been gay Jews, there have always been gay Buddhists, there have always been gay Hindus, because gay is a matter of ontology. And for those people who choose to be religious, then if they're gay, then they're going to be gay and religious.
Well, thank you, and thank you for joining us here today on Sharing the Light.